Hi, I'm Kyle. If you're feeling trapped in a miserable job right now, I'm going to give you 9 actions that you can take that will, over time, transform that situation and actually will make you feel immediately better. So keep watching. So you're feeling absolutely miserable in your job. I've been there. I know what it's like. You may even be so stressed out and burnt out that at the end of the day you don't even have the energy to try to fix it, to find another job, update your resume, figure out what you even want to do with your life. I've been there. I know what it's like. So the key is to start taking some small steps to change your situation. As soon as you do, you will find that you feel less miserable, less trapped, because you will see the potentials or the opportunities that are in front of you. But when you're miserable and feeling trapped, you feel like it's hopeless. You don't know how to get out of it. So I'm going to give you 9 action items to take. Okay? So action item number 1 is to figure out why you are so frustrated. So this is going to take a little bit of reflection, but you're going to have to take some time on a Saturday or over the weekend or something, or even take a day off. That's one of my later action items I'm going to talk about more. But whatever you need to do, take some time to figure out why exactly you're so frustrated, because that is going to help guide you on what the next steps you should take. Okay? So, for example, for me, I found that the environment of the last company I was at, and I don't want to disparage the company, there were a lot of good people there, and they were just dealing with a lot of situations, shall we say. But for me, they, based on their actions, not on what they had printed on their pretty billboards and materials and stuff, based on their actions, they no longer valued quality over quantity. So that was a big problem for me. And for me, it was just very frustrating. And so I found that, I can't work here anymore. So out of that, though, also came a lot of things that I am passionate about. Like the opposite of your frustrations can reveal what you're passionate about. And that can help drive your search to something new and better. Okay, step number 2 is, now that you know what your frustrations are, you need to evaluate, can you stay at your current job or your current company and just possibly address the things that you're frustrated about. You may be able to just talk to your boss. Maybe your boss has no idea. If you have a good relationship, it might be that you can talk to him or her and discuss why you're frustrated. If they value your work there, they are likely to listen to you and want to help you make a change, especially if you're kind of direct about it and saying, look, I'm really, depends on your relationship, but I oftentimes think direct is best. And if you say, look, I'm really thinking about leaving because I'm so frustrated, that might get their attention. And, it's not a threat, it's just being honest. You got to make sure that you present it not as a threat, but this is just how I'm feeling. Help me want to stay here. And they're might be likely to work with you. Now, if you realize that, no, that's not going to work for whatever reason, then the next step is, we're still in action item 2, but you're trying to feel out whether or not you can stay at this company or not. So the next step is, can you stay in the company? Do you like the company? You just want to move to a different position. In that case, you could start looking for opportunities in other departments, obviously, or even proactively talk to other managers and other people in other departments to see if there's opportunities coming up. I know it can be a little dicey, but that is, action item number 2. Now, if you find that you need to get out of that company, action item 3 is deciding whether or not you just need to change company, but you like your job and your career. You just need to get out of the company, or do you want to completely change careers? And that answer is going to come from action items 1 and 2. right? So if you decide that you just need to change companies, but you like your job, then you kind of know what you need to do. You might need to fix your resume up, and then you can start looking for jobs on Indeed, but you will know kind of what your next steps are. And I'm going to cover some of those in the next action items. On the other hand, if you feel like you need to just change careers, then you know that you've got a little bit more work ahead of you. But at least you know, and even though you feel like nothing has changed, it has internally. You have made progress. You now know where you want to go. And self-reflection is very important. Okay, action item 4. Get support and buy-in from your significant other and family and friends, your support group. Especially if you're going to change careers. You want to let them know that you're not happy, that you want to change your career or your job, and you need a little bit of support at home to give you the space and the time and the energy to do that. You can explain that you are, exceptionally stressed right now. You might need a little bit of extra help. The significant other, possibly if you're married or whatever, might have to pick up some of the slack or for a little while you focus on the change. The reason that you want to get that buy-in is for action item number 5. Action item number 5 is, especially if you need to change your career, but also even if you're trying to change your job and you're feeling stressed out and don't have time, take some vacation time, and instead of doing what we normally do and go off and escape, instead do a staycation and take some time to do the next steps to find another job, whether it's creating a new resume or updating your resume, or looking on Indeed or Monster and trying to find some jobs, and so on. So take some time off, take a day and just chill and do nothing, and then day 2 or 3 or something like that, then work on making some progress towards your change. Action item number 6. You can do this. You don't have to do these exactly in this order. I actually did number 6 first. What is number 6? Number 6 is hire a coach. A business or life coach can be so valuable in this process. I hired a coach in the very beginning of this process, and actually she helped me go through why I was so miserable and what my values were and what I was passionate about, and showed me all these opportunities of things that I would be happy in, and it just immediately made a difference and made my attitude much more positive. And additionally, coaches hold you accountable to keep moving forward. So I highly recommend hiring a coach, especially if you're having trouble staying on track and making consistent steps towards your goals. Number 7. Action item number 7 is, if you need to change careers, especially, consider hiring a professional resume writer. This is part of the old, outsource some things, right? If you're stressed out and you don't have a lot of time, you don't have enough energy, a professional resume writer can help you get your resume updated, in shape, and especially if you're changing careers, they can help highlight your transferable skills so that you are less likely to take as big of a step backwards potentially when you're making a new career. It can help show that you don't have as many gaps as an employer might think when you're making a career change. Also, many professional resume writers will offer the service of updating your LinkedIn profile, updating your information on Indeed or Monster. So it's well worth the time and the money to hire somebody to help you do that for you. So when I was done shooting this video and editing, I realized I skipped number 8. And I didn't talk about entrepreneurship at all. So I'm going to combine those into number 8 and splice this in here. And action item number 8 is entrepreneurship and education. 2 E's. I'm putting them together just because basically I forgot them. So in the process of self-discovery, possibly working with a coach, you may find that there is a burning desire to create your own business. Or it could be that you already had this burning desire for a long time. And this might be the time to explore that. If you have some money set aside, you could certainly do this and use that money to pay your living expenses while you put your time and effort and some of that into a business. But don't worry if it is not feasible financially to go all in. You could, in the process of finding a job that is less soul-sucking, if you will, and leaves you with more energy at the end of a day, end of a week, you could then spend some time during, say, the weekends and nights to work on your own business or create a side hustle. Now, I could spend hours in video time talking about entrepreneurship and starting businesses. I've done them. However, just to suffice it to say, yes, it's a good time to look at it, but don't get discouraged and don't give up on it if financially it doesn't seem feasible to go all in and not work somewhere else. On the other hand, there's the gig economy. If you have a skill that you've picked up in your work and you can do that on Fiverr, Upwork, and so on, that's something else to explore. So we're in an amazing time in business with the online world and these gig economies that we can really turn a skill into a moneymaker fairly easily and quickly. So certainly don't give up. Now I want to talk about education. I'm not necessarily talking about going back to college and getting a degree. I don't know how you feel about it, but at my age, I don't feel like doing that anymore. I have enough world experience. I don't want to invest the time and the money to do that necessarily. However, there is a lot of online educational platforms that are very inexpensive and very good. And, I'm talking about things like LinkedIn Learning, which used to be lynda.com. There is Udemy, which I've used, and there's Coursera, and I'm sure there's others that I'm forgetting. The point is, for a pretty low fee, you can take all kinds of courses. You can get actual certificates in them. Some of them even give you continuing education credits for different professional organizations. And it does several things. One is that it shows, say, a potential employer, let's say if you're trying to get a job, that you are truly enthusiastic and interested in this new area, potentially. Or if it's in the same area, but you're bolstering your skills, it shows that you have this ongoing enthusiasm. Also, it can help you learn the lingo, especially if you're going into a new career, or even if you're doing a new entrepreneurial pursuit. It gives you kind of the lingo so you can speak to other people in the space and be respected. It also gives you a chance to learn if you're really going to like it or not. When you're immersed in a multi-hour course, you will get a good feel for what that's all about, what that field is all about, and you will then get a better sense of whether or not you really can be enthusiastic about this new area. And I actually found that for myself. I'm switching careers from strictly finance to learning and development. And all of those things it helped me learn the lingo. It helped me understand, yes, I really would be excited about this. And it also helped me gain confidence that I can actually transition into this career, because I realized, a lot of it's just the same stuff as other stuff I've done. Like project implementation is very similar to assessing your learning needs and then designing and implementing it. Like it's very much the same. So that's just an example, but the point is, online learning can really help you fill in the gaps, give you confidence, and get you on your way into a new career or entrepreneurial pursuit. And it's very inexpensive now. And action item number 9 is really just an overall keep moving forward. If you make little steps every week, you will feel less trapped, more happy, more positive, and you will have more energy to put towards the process, and your family will thank you as well. So, hopefully this was useful for you. If it was, I would love for you to click the like button and click the subscribe, and if you click the bell icon, you will get notified when new content similar to this will come out. Thank you for watching, and until next time.